This is Joseph again with American Trade Masters, and I'm here today. We're doing some work on a pocket door. As you can see right down here, they put a new floor in, and it raised the flooring, and so now the door won't open correctly, and we still have to put a threshold on here. So we're going to have to cut off about a ½ an inch of this door. So what I'm going to show you today is I'm going to show you how to pull the pocket door out, how to pop the trim off, and then cut down the door. And I have a few techniques. The tools you're going to need are just basic tools. You know, they're just going to be your hammer, and I like this flat bar, and I'll show you my technique and how I use that, and then a skill saw to cut down the bottom of the door. And I use a fence on my skill saw because it comes out more accurate. And I'll show you a couple of tips on that once we get the door out. So I've already started up here on the trim, pulling the trim off. Now before we go any further there, let me get a little illustration I have here. This illustration shows you there's trim on both sides of the door that won't allow the door to swing out and come off until you remove that trim. And the way you determine that is your J-hook track up in the ceiling. There's the wheel that it sits on. You're going to pull the trim off the opposite side of the J. So your door will swing that way, so you're going to remove the trim on this side, just like we've started right here, because our J-hook is shaped like that. So, this is how I pull the trim off. One of the secrets for trying to get the trim off without breaking it is you go real slow, and this is a nice little flat bar we can start. Just a little bit. Don't get in a hurry, and pry gently. And then I put this part of the bar in there, and this is how I pull, because that way it doesn't mar up any of the door jam. So you're just going to come in here and pull. This doesn't have any nails in it, but when you get to a nail, don't get in a hurry. Just pull really slow, and that way the trim won't break. Otherwise, you're going to break the trim, and if you break the trim, then you've got another project on your hands, because then you have to duplicate what's there. So that's how you pull the trim off, very slowly, nice and easy, and it comes out nice and good there. So once you get that, then you're going to take this door, you're going to open it all the way. Well, we got a nail here, so let's just remove these nails real quick. And whoops, you don't want the door to scrape on there. Get these nails out. Okay, so that's all, pretty much all the nails. That's a booger. There we go. So now we're just going to pull the door forward. It's tough trying to get it in there. There's not a lot of space, but once you get it up, then you got to push it out. And this one's really tight. You got to work it. Tight fit right there. See how tight that is? That's the only way you can get it out. So now we'll go in here. And I'm not going to cut it, I'm just going to show you a couple of techniques. Now when you're cutting the bottom of the door, we're going to cut off about a ½ an inch. This is a hollow core door, and so there's only a strip of solid wood right back in here of maybe 1.5 inches. So you got to be careful not to cut off too much. If you do, then then that solid piece goes away, and then you have to insert another piece. You have to make it. So, anyways, this is the outfall of the other door I already did, and you can see right here where there's this wood insert in here. Okay, so when you're cutting this down, what you're going to do is to make it so you get a nice clean cut here, and it doesn't damage the wood and blow it out. What you're going to do is you're going to go halfway with your blade. You're going to make a line, and you're going to set your saw halfway. Once you set your saw halfway, then I'm going to start this cut right here. And you can see that there's a little bit, but not a lot of. It doesn't blow out real bad. And once you get your cut complete on this side, you flip the door over and you cut it again, and then you'll sand the edge real good with a block sand, just to get rid of all the chips and everything like that. And then after that, then all you have to do is just reverse what you did. You know, you swing the door back in. One other thing too is you'll want to these wheels up here. You want to just go ahead and check them and make sure everything is nice and tight, so that once you put the door back up, you're going to know that everything is oiled up and nice and tight, so that you don't have any problems in the future. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.